Greetings, Sag. This is Damien with HK Readings Healing Culture Tarot, and I'm here to do a bonus reading for y'all. This bonus reading will extend throughout July, and I hope it resonates with some of you. I definitely feel like this is a particular group that I am reading for. The particular group I'm reading for, though, I feel that this actually aligns with the last reading that I had for y'all, like a continuation of that. You know, many Sagittarius is out here, especially from Sun to Moon to Rising to Venus and to Jupiter, that I read for. Stories will be different. So, take the message if it applies to you, because I feel like it's that particular. And if it doesn't, it is totally fine. I definitely have videos up for any other alignments in your chart that you want to look into that may resonate, as well as all of these other wonderful readers on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it now. I feel like there are more cards I'll probably pull. Not sure if I'm going to pull more from Tarot in Wonderland or... Probably Fountain Tarot. I was thinking Tarot of the Moors, but... We're going to do Fountain Tarot. But, to go ahead and get into this, guys, we have Crowning Isolation from the Chakra Wisdom. Then when we get down into Crystal Oracle, we have number 34, Moldavite, and we have Suis, Bodies of Water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. So this is a true moment for recharging. Now look, I feel as though many of you, Sagittariuses, have been in a form of isolation lately, and as I've said, this was a while ago I said it, and so I can't remember to who. I'm gonna say this now. When you're in isolation, it's important to make sure you're in isolation for the right reasons, or eventually, turn it into something good. Of course, because initially, if it starts when it starts from separation, completely feeling burnt out, but also sad, and I'm getting a little lonely too. Really just having to pump the brakes on a situation that you felt very much involved in. That was the catalyst for putting you into isolation. And I think you're doing very well, but there are some struggles that are still present that may be affecting what's trying to come in, because there's something trying to come in here. So make sure it's for the right reasons, or like you've developed the right reason for it. Like by now you can say, as much as you've grown on your spiritual path, which Moldavite entails, that is what you gained through isolation. Maybe not, and then we eliminate the parts where it's because of how other people hurt us, and so on and so forth. Like mundane things will begin to not affect you. And I feel like that's what you're kind of putting out there into the universe. Like, you wish these trifles wouldn't really affect you because of how far you have come and how much that all of those things, like thinking about them negatively or pessimistically, is not going to do anything for your progress in your future. Like, that. So, the energy of Moldavite is going to come in and clear the things you find to be nuances and petty and just no longer serving you, just like bullshit. It's going to clear all of that. It's going to take you to rest, and I think you need to rest your mind and your body and to meditate. For many of you, there is a trip to the beach in store. However, you could connect with the mother and the bodies of water. So therefore, not only are you gaining further clarity, because I feel like you're going to be in this period of isolation for a little bit longer, but it's also, how do I put this? It's also, so like as these trifles and these nuances are being removed, you're able to recognize it, show gratitude, for the blessings. Because that, I feel like that's another important message that's coming in, is being aware and cognizant, and also being grateful and humble, you know. So when you acknowledge what the universe has blessed you with after so much hard work, you're able to show the proper respects that ensures for their blessings, you know. Ain't nothing like somebody who can't be grateful, don't know when somebody's, you know, or like there's an energy or an entity doing something for them. And I feel like that's, you know, definitely not where you're trying to come from. Just send to yourself so you make sure that all of the messages are clear. You can give, you know, your proper thanks, so on and so forth. With Seven of Cups here, the Lovers, the Six of Swords, and the Two of Cups, you know, I feel like as you're in isolation, you feel like kind of tested by a love that's trying to come in. There's new energy that's trying to come in, and you feel tested because maybe you feel like it kind of pokes at your freedoms a little bit. And I think when we go into a point of isolation and we gain or, you know, regain so much autonomy and seeing that we can bring to ourselves everything that, you know, we at times want another to bring to us, you know, I feel as though it that allows for a certain level of freedom that when it comes to moving on and stepping back out and really feeling as though you've moved beyond old wounds, it's kind of like, I don't know. And especially if this person is adamant, if this person is pushy, and not in a bad way, but just really trying to like say, hey, you know, trying to get you out of a mood or get you out of a way or whatever it is, and you're just kind of like, you feel provoked. I just want to say that, yeah, you're a little sensitive right now, but it's going to take you coming out of your comfort zone a little bit to understand what the universe is trying to provide you with. And that's the, you know, one of the reasons, again, why centering, meditating, being able to receive those clairvoyant messages is so important. You know, this is somebody, we have the Lovers, Six of Swords, and Two of Cups. This is somebody who sees, and that's why I say they might be a little pushy and get you out of moods and this and that, because this is somebody who sees, maybe, you know, maybe they don't know all that you've gone through, but they see a little bit, you know, and they can read your energy, and they're a little more intuitive than you think, a lot more, and, you know, there should be a little understanding of that, a little credit given to that, and what they want to do is help bring you to a better place. They want to help deliver you. I feel like you're already, you know, rafting in the right direction here with the Six of Swords. But the thing is, where the Six of Swords usually has like one energy in the card, usually like a feminine energy, here we have two energies. And forgive me for not knowing her name, but this is the person who, like, you know, the tale of Alice in Wonderland takes her on, you know, her journeys and whatnot to, you know, for her to acquire her lessons. Either way, it's symbolic of an individual who does have a lot of insight, who is able to help guide you and show you maybe a little bit of what you can't see, even though you're moving in the right direction. They want to show you that, like, hey, because I feel like there's an energy of not really knowing what the next step is. You know, you've cleared so much, you paved the way, and part of you is so okay just being in your zen, being in your moment, being in your seclusion, and just doing that. And, you know, the other part of you is like wanting to take the next step, you know, hit the next move, and you don't know what to do, and the universe is providing a way for you to find out. Because before I even pull any more cards, what I feel like is, at the end of the day, this is somebody who's down for you. So as far as all the pressure, like, the love is here, and the pressure for them to, I guess, help you in this part of your journey is here. But I don't feel like there's that much pressure in a particular relationship, because they do possibly fear rejection themselves, okay? I feel like they do, but they're willing to give it a shot, and they understand you might be with it or not. But like, I think what they want to do is just really build a solid bond with you and get you to a point where you can make the decisions to choose from whatever options you have within the Seven of Cups. Okay? They damn sure want to make sure they're going to be one of them. And they want to put in the work to kind of solidify a spot, like a decent spot out of these 7 cups. When you make the first, round of cuts and you cut 3, they hope to make it to that next round. And I think they're pretty positive about it. But there's also a free-spirited, non-committal type energy that not only comes with Sagittarians sometimes, but also comes with the energy of Moldavite. So, with that being said, I mean, like, that's just something that they intuit, again, because they, they know a little bit too. This is fortune, though. This is what I think. Based on what we know is clear that you want, it would be in your best interest to take a leap of faith that's not so much of a stretch, because you're already heading in that direction, and put your energy into something that you intuit to be constructive and see where it leads. Okay? Because I feel like you're already within the energy to be like, okay, I'm not feeling this, I'm not for this. Like, boom. If you have to dip, you have to dip. But this looks like a pretty solid opportunity that I don't think should just be passed up. Especially if, even like on a subconscious level, it's relative to, some past heartbreak that you had experienced. So, yeah. Some past heartbreak that you experienced. Feeling left out in the cold probably has it, it has you feeling like it's hard to be vulnerable right now. Like, this is still heavily on your heart and your mind here, okay? Now, when we talk about moving on with someone and really establishing a love here and really making that choice, either to be with them or to be, free and by yourself, it's just like you know that you won't put yourself in a 5 of Pentacles type energy, right? So I'm sensing some trust issues based on scars, and I know these are very fresh, but I'm seeing for quite a few signs here that there, is some hesitation on taking a new beginning, but 2 of Pentacles, having to make a choice, and what you're balancing is the whole decision of it all. What you're balancing is, one speaks to my heart. Oh, they both speak to your heart, but it's like you got one where, again, you could do this, you could do that, you really don't know what you want to do. But you feel that soon there's going to have to be a decision that's made. So when it comes to your security and how somebody hurt you, and when it comes to, like you building a life with someone, it having to be super important and super serious, we've got Pentacles. So far, you saw me shuffle these. We've got 3 cards of Pentacles on the board. The 5 of Pentacles, talking about your past and how you felt. 2 of Pentacles, balancing 2 different roads within a new future here. Either alone with, not lonely, fully, because you have comfort within yourself. You can be alone. You understand, Now, there is, again, the other side of you that does want a companion, and you can intuit someone that you would have a strong bond with. This person is coming up as the King of Pentacles. So seriously, what your fears are and what you feel like you're having to balance to maintain your comfort and security and your stability. This person is someone who provides those things, they nourish that type of energy there. It's not just coming out of a place of emotions. It's not just coming out of the name of love. Because it's got to be more than that. What's love got to do with it, right? Only a part of it. This is someone who wants to build. This is someone who feels as though if they can create a stable environment for you to heal and grow with them, then they've got what they need, okay? Then they've got what they need. And they're willing to balance all the things that, are to balance as long as you're willing to work with them as you're working with yourself, But if you don't want to, that's a total choice, Let's get into the Fountain Tarot. Two of Wands. Queen of Cups. Okay. Oh, that's nice. What do we got here? The Fool. I didn't even have to say anything on those first two cards because I'm going to let all four speak for themselves together. Give me a sec. We're going to get one more for y'all, Sagittarius. Three of Wands. Okay. So, passion. I just felt the need to say that as many times as I did, and my sacral chakra just exploded with energy. We've got the Two of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Fool, and the Three of Wands. So, basically what this is telling me is that there's a determination that either of you have, that both of you have, rather, to make things work. I feel as though with the Two of Wands, you're definitely embarking on a new journey, on a new exciting venture that, though you aren't of new energy within this, you know what I mean? Like, though you're seasoned, though you're wise, though you come, I think just with a lot of spiritual strength and experience, that's why you're not coming. That's why it's not like a Page of Wands type energy or anything like that, like something petty. But it's not quite the Ace of Wands either. It's the Two of Wands, which still, to me, talks about like a close level, in this sense, to the Ace of Wands, as far as the commitment you will come around to be putting in to a love situation. And the reason I feel that it, say the Ace of Wands didn't come up is because, again, you're still not too sure how to feel about, this person. I feel like this is you saying, like, I'll try it out, okay? I'm just gonna, I'll take a look at faith. I'll take, like, what did I say? You're gonna have to take a chance, right? And we had the Fool come out. This is exactly what we're talking about. You're like, you know what? I'll take a chance on this. I feel good about it. Man, I hope this doesn't bite me in the ass, and they better not fuck me over either, because I don't think they're gonna like it. No, I'm cool. And then you breathe. You're probably going through all of that, Sagittarius, but relax. I do see some like nervousness when you think about them. When it comes to actually putting your energetic like flow towards them and like thinking about them and stuff like that, it makes you feel a way that is likely uncomfortable, so you suppress it and ignore it. But when you really look at what the feeling is telling you, like, I mean, hey, So that's what that is. And here you are, coming up as the Queen of Cups. You're going to open yourself up, I feel, and realize that you can be a loving, nurturing person externally again. Like I said, you'll be in isolation for a while. There's a point where you come out, and it's because you're allowing the help and guidance of this individual who's coming in, not to be your teacher, but to, be your lover and your companion. And like you see that your lover and companion will be your teacher and your student. Like, it's all of the parts of growing with someone, not just being together and deepening a love. Like, oh, I love seeing your face more and more every time I wake up to you. I love it. Oh my God, I love having consistent sex with you, because usually I would get tired of other people. Like, no, we know, right, Sag? That's not what it's about. So, like, I think when it really gets down to the nitty gritty, or well before then, you know, you're gonna know what's up. Then we got the Three of Wands. You're gonna be bringing it in. You're gonna be bringing in all those things that you worked for. You know, you sent those ships out. The ships are gonna come back. The ships are coming back. They're returning home, and they're returning home with bounty. So, hope you give this person a chance. Again, you don't have to, because you will be doing fine on your own. That's no question. But do you want to invite love in? And again, have a situation to where, of course, you're not looking for your other half, because neither your other whole, because neither one of you is half, but you're coming to this 100%, right? They're coming 100%. So do you want to make this 200% relationship happen that defies the common relationship? Or, you know, do you just want to be the whole 100% by yourself? Either way is okay. But one could be enhanced more, again, by 100%, especially if this person is going to be able to help you in all the ways that you need while you're out here doing for others. You know, people call y'all non-committal, wonder why they can't get you to open up and do this and do that, because I feel like Sagittarius do a lot for people that people take advantage of, okay? And, you know, at a certain point, you just don't care to do that shit anymore. You don't want to be constantly taken advantage of. And you get reminded at some point that there are people out here that would do for you. And it won't be about you doing for them. So you don't have to have like this fucked up concept or this skewed concept of love because you're used to doing for others, you know. And it's like a tunnel vision thought. Because then you're reminded, you're like, oh wait, that's right. Optimism, just like we were talking about before. Being optimistic, it's gonna lead you to attracting the openness to receive from this person, so you can have what you've always given. And then that bond is gonna strengthen, and it's gonna deepen, and it's gonna be a real foundational relationship, like one that was built on solid ground. Okay, solid ground. It's like a house built in the 1920s or 30s compared to one built today, you know, that's made with like 3D printers. I don't know. You know, you're going to build the one with a sturdy foundation, and you're going to leave these other ones behind. For good. So that's what I have for you for your bonus. Love y'all.